Hey everybody, it's Nikhil and I'm back with another reaction video. So the reaction video today is from Queen Choma. It is Jhene Aiko is wasting her time and Queen Naija gets no ring. Look, y'all new to me, so I'm gonna let y'all know I love Jhene Aiko down. Like, favorite artist, best artist, first song she ever made, been hooked, attached to the hip since then. So this little situation going on with her and Big Sean in the media, I've been trying to avoid it, but this is what I do, so I gotta address it. Leave a like, subscribe, and let's see what's going on.
So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Choma Chats video podcast edition. So by the title, we're going to be talking about marriage once again. The examples today stem from some recent conversations with two women in the R&B space, which are Jhene Aiko and Queen Naija. Recently, Jhene Aiko's baby daddy and longtime boyfriend, which is the rapper Big Sean, answered the question about why he has not married or proposed to Jhene, even though they've been dating for 10 years. So Big Sean did an interview basically stating that there are things that need
10 years
to be worked out, and there's essentially more time needed before he's ready to marry Jhene Aiko. Mind you, these two share a son together. Jhene has a daughter from a previous relationship, and she's been married before. It all just seems very tiring. And I've talked about this several times, but the more the examples come up, the more tired I get by trying to tell women to acknowledge a man's mindset in the beginning before you procreate. On the other hand, Queen Naija recently celebrated her 6-year anniversary with her
They both got babies, buddies. Man, oh my God.
boyfriend and child's father, Clarence. And you would think that after that time and after having a man's baby, that her boyfriend Clarence NYC would probably take things to another level. But instead, he got her flowers and a new car. And you can verbally hear the disappointment in her voice. And I talked about Queen Naija in a recently posted video, and I think it just develops the idea a little bit more, because a lot of women are knowing that they want a certain level of commitment from a man, but accepting maybe not crumbs, but just scraps of that potential. So this has been the most requested topic because I've talked about it before, but also because there's this pattern that we see in the media and in real life with different types of women when it comes to kids, marriage, and relationships overall. So I've broken this video down into 2 overall main talking points. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So my first point is talking about Jhene Aiko and Big Sean. So let's start with them. Again, these two have been together on and off for about 10 years. They share one son together, and I feel like their relationship gets publicized as goals or unproblematic, but I just feel like in all honesty, they're just a little bit more quiet with their toxicity. So I ended up watching a few videos on their relationship, and I realized that it has been nothing short of toxic. From infidelity to marriages that led into their relationship to breakups to a whole bunch of things, it just seems like there's been a lot of trouble at home. Jhene even has or had a very large tattoo of Big Sean on her arm. Now, I'm not necessarily against people tattooing the names of their significant other or their loved ones. I just feel like if you're gonna do it, at least let it be small, something that you can cover up if all goes left, or at the very least, let y'all be married. But she went and got this tattoo the size of Texas tattooed on her arm of this man's face. And what this signifies to me is a woman's everlasting loyalty to a man as either a last-ditch effort to prove herself or some form of obsession and infatuation with that man.
I think baby girl did it for a chick, but that's just me, and I don't blame her because she got it covered up, like, you know.
Inserts Krishan Rock. She has tattooed Blueface's name all over her body,
everywhere,
and she's written it off as something that she just did because she likes it. But we all know it's more or less
not
to prove herself to him, because permanently tattooing somebody's name or likeness on your body is fanfare. It's more than just I love you, it's more like I'm obsessed with you. And that's how Jhene's tattoo of Big Sean came off to me. She has since gotten it covered up with something else, but that was something that she did pretty early into the relationship. With this interview that Big Sean did, Charlamagne the God asked him, why haven't you married Jhene Aiko? In his response, I feel as though he gave an honest answer, and it was pretty thorough, and it gives an insight to, again, things not being all the way perfect. Let's check out what he had to say.
Alright, y'all already did one little secret industry weddings. No, there has not been this.
He said that fast? He meant that? No. God, what's going on?
Secret industry, marriage.
I like that.
I think that it's a little personal, you know what I mean? But just like, to be real with you, just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's still finding the right navigation through it all. I don't know if to me, marriage symbolizes like the best relationship. You know, people be like, well, you gotta get married. To me, I feel like having a relationship is first and foremost, and like marriage is a byproduct of that. And I feel like a lot of people get the idea of like, oh, you have to get married, but then it's like, to me, that's almost a fear-based way of thinking too, because then people be getting divorced. The divorce rate's so high, and I am someone who, I'm not like discounting anything, and I'm not saying that we aren't gonna get married, but what I'm saying is that it's just, I would like to do a lot. I would like to, and I don't like putting our personal business out there like that either, but.
So why are you talking about it? You should have just been like, nah, we'll get into that when we get into it. But no, you done put this out, she done had your baby, and now everybody thinks she ain't gonna get married. I told y'all, this is a soft spot, so y'all gotta leave me be.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done, I feel like, in general.
Now, in my humble opinion, I don't think any relationship is perfect.
A lot of work to be done. Again, I appreciate, well, I don't think I said this, but I do appreciate his honesty. It's just puts it in such a negative light. I'm so tired of the baby mama without a ring situation that's going on, because when y'all are doing it, the influencers, the artists, the celebrities, people that live a regular life just think that's how it's supposed to be. But honestly, it is life, yes, but you would love to portray black love and, you know, actually being down with somebody, marriage, and then the kids. I wish we could get back to that.
Whether you're in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship or you're full-blown married, there's going to be ups and downs. The ups and downs should never be anything like cheating, abuse, manipulation, but the ups and downs definitely come from just the reality of life. You have high moments where you're confident in your career, yourself, your family, and your goals, and you have low moments where maybe things financially aren't the best, you're dealing with death or loss, you're dealing with sickness, you're dealing with uncertainty, self-doubt, or insecurity.
What video is this? Is this his video? Do he be putting her in a lot of his videos? Like, is he using her clout? Oh, let me stop.
Things happen, and that's because we're all just human. The purpose of a marriage, and I've said this before, is to make a commitment to the Lord and the law. It is a legally binding contract, so essentially it is going into business with a loved one, and the religious aspect is completely up to you as a believer. But I also feel like you don't have to be a Christian or a believer to commit to another person through marriage. I think people try to make marriage more complicated than it needs to be, but also not as complicated as it is. There is some gray area in there. And what I mean by that is, two people committing to each other can be verbal, but I feel like when you're married, it gives the extra structure, the seriousness, the purpose, and the agreement to stick with this person no matter what. I'm not married. In my opinion, I'm in my first real relationship, so I would love for the married women and men watching and tuning in to give your opinion on what marriage means to you. The reason why I feel Big Sean and Jhene Aiko are at odds is because their foundation has always been shaky. People like to say that marriages end and the divorce rate is high, and that marriage isn't foolproof of anything, and all of that is 1,000% true. However, everybody has a choice to pick who they marry, let alone who they have a relationship with, let alone who they have a child by. And I think people need to be honest that people aren't making good choices when it comes to that, which then causes them to either compromise on what they truly want or deal with things that they don't want. So for Big Sean and Jhene Aiko to be on and off for 10 years, whether it's because of cheating, abuse, or not being able to get through the highs and lows, the foundation that's being set prior to a marriage just isn't there. And I think that's what Big Sean was trying to say. So in my opinion, them getting married, knowing that that's the case and knowing that they haven't figured out the tools and the resources to get to a place where they can have a stronger foundation, I wouldn't recommend marriage for them either at this moment. The length of being in a relationship with someone doesn't always yield the success of a marriage. I think you can be in a relationship for a year, get married, and live happily ever after. But you can also, in the reverse, have those same elements and it not work out. It all comes down to the foundation. And from what I'm seeing, the foundation is not there for them. Now,
clock it. Come on, Chioma.
the second half of their situation is the fact that they have a child. The question to me is always going to be, how is the child easier, better, less complex, or just a simpler situation to deal with, but marriage isn't? Can I please get some answers to that? I really need some answers. It's funny yet interesting how people make marriage the aspect that is so difficult to acquire and get to, but not a child. I feel like people just need to be honest and stop making excuses. A lot of women are having babies to keep a man a little bit longer, to have a permanent attachment to the man, to prolong the relationship and your proximity to that man.
That's how it feels, like a forever tie, forever link, and they want that.
Because you know what type of man that you have. Ladies, you just gotta be honest. And although they did not have a child for a while, they now have a child and marriage is still being talked about. And personally, I don't think it's wrong for people to expect that if you're in a relationship with someone for a decade, why not make it a marriage and make it something revered and validate your love through that?
We can't say a decade though. Like, I feel like she had a full marriage in between, like a decade. It's 2024 right now. We missing a whole bunch of years, and due to like they said, infidelity and other stuff. I don't know if it's on Jhene's side, but we know for sure it's on Big Sean's side. So it's probably messing with her mentally. Like, yeah, this is what you done went out and did. Now I can't even feel you like I need to. So yeah, I'm a go off and feel a type of way around you and stuff. But still, when you're making that full tie of having a baby with them, I can't justify that. I don't know. That's just me.
And you can argue that marriage doesn't validate love, but I think technically that's what it's supposed to do overall. You're choosing this person to love and to hold in sickness and in health till death do us part. Those are the vows that most marriages are supposed to thrive within, and for some reason that's very hard. So I have no other option but to believe the vows that it takes to be married are not present in your current relationship, and if they ever have been, it hasn't been consistent enough or prominent enough for Big Sean to ask her for her hand in marriage. And it could be coming from her, it could be coming from him, it could be coming from the both of them. Like he said, it's deeper than what we see on the surface. It seems like there are many issues that need to be fixed, and I don't ever want to say that a woman is running out of time to be married or have kids, but I do have to highlight that 10 years being with someone is a lot of time to figure out if it's going to work and if it's worth strengthening that foundation. What are y'all thoughts? Do you think they're going to make it to the altar, or do you think she's just going to be a long-time baby mother until she decides to walk away? Now, my second and final point is about Queen Naija and Clarence. This one tickles my fancy because I talked about her in my baby mama failed video, and I wasn't even going to include her in that video initially, but I just remembered the situation that transpired when they answered the question during the Q&A video about marriage. I'm not going to play the clip again because I played it at least 2 or 3 times on this channel. So to make a long story short, someone asked them, is 10 years in a relationship too long to not get to the stage of marriage? Clarence was giving excuses, seeming like Clarence was projecting that it's not that long, or that it is long, but maybe there's reasons as to why a man doesn't want to propose after 10 years, by the way. While Queen was saying that she would leave, 10 years is too long, and basically stating that she does want to be married. Now, if you ask me, the question was not asked by a fan. That question was asked by Queen. But who am I to say that? So he recently celebrated their 6-year anniversary. Like they've been together since July 29th, 2018, and Clarence gets her a bouquet of roses. And you can physically hear the sigh that Queen Naija lets out when she realizes that she's not getting a ring or just more. Clarence said that he got her a whole bunch of roses, even more flowers, and that he was going to book her a trip to Mexico, but didn't do that for whatever reason.
So y'all, I was waiting on Clarence to come get me.
That I just talked about this. I was watching a random podcast on YouTube, video. And I came across Queen Naija's podcast, which I do recommend. I think it was actually pretty good. I liked it. And she was having a conversation with her co-host, and she had Jada Chiefs, aka Jada Witter, on her podcast. And Queen talked about how she knows Clarence is going to propose. She knows that they're going to get married, and they've talked about it. But listen to how she attacked this conversation. Mind you, this is about 8 or 9 months ago. Y'all, hey, it's Editor Chama. I don't know why I just lied like that. The episode that I'm talking about was actually a podcast she did with Bootleg Kev, but I do want to promote her podcast because it was actually a really good episode and I did enjoy it. But I wanted y'all to check out this clip about Queen Naija talking about her relationship with Clarence and marriage.
As did, like, you and Mary develop any sort of, like, she gave you some game while you guys?
Yeah, she definitely gave me some game. She gave me some game for sure. Of course, every OG is gonna tell you like keep going no matter what, but she definitely told me like. She told me to take my time and like wait with marriage.
She been through it.
Yeah, she's been.
It's something I addressed in the other video I got about Queen. I put that in the cards earlier. She was married to Chris, and she did it young, and it's a lot to fully like marry somebody like that's your business partner as well at the end of the day. So, you know, it really depends on your situation. So maybe we shouldn't judge so much when people don't want to get married. It's just I have a little bit of a problem when you decide you can have a baby when you won't get married. I don't know, that bothers me.
Very publicly.
I mean, I've been through it too though. I was already married before she told me that. So but I feel like this time around we have been taking our time. I mean, we've been together for almost 6 years now.
Right.
And people complain because, I always joke around like, where my ring at,
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm just like, I'd rather a man be like ready. Like,
You better hurry up.
yeah, no,
6
you better hurry up. But I'm saying though, like,
You better hurry up.
no, but I'm saying that things should be handled before. I feel like marital counseling is really good, like premarital counseling
Before you.
Yeah, because
Couples
like
counseling,
a lot
all
of
that.
times I do see like
I believe
couples
it.
last a long time outside of marriage, and as soon as they get married,
It fucks things up.
they get divorced. And I'm a heavy believer in marriage. I still believe in marriage. I still believe it could work. It all depends on the two people, and of course keeping God like in your marriage. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it ain't no rush. But it's not a rush for marriage, but it is like a little rush for like
The ring?
because it's like, okay, at least if you propose, then we know where we headed. We've had conversations about it. Like, I know that he's going to, but it's like, okay,
6 years?
yeah. But sometimes men, they want to get certain things out the way. Like, he wants to put his clothing line, and like
This man been talking about a clothing line for so long.
they want to feel like they got a portion of their life.
If you guys get married, you making him sign the prenup? So you're gonna be the prenup?
We spoke about
Have him sign
that.
that thing.
We spoke about it. I don't know.
Who is this in the background? Someone been letting him sign that thing. Queen on the outside looking in could be potentially the breadwinner.
Though I don't know, but probably.
Yeah, for sure.
I just feel like that it's only fair that if we walk away from each other, it's only fair that we walk away with what we came with. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree 100%.
Yeah, but I feel like I got the kind of relationship too that like I don't think he would ever try to.
You don't think?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think?
I don't think so. I don't think he would
He
try to come
playing devil's advocate.
for my
Get the
money.
prenup.
Damn.
That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. Like
Damn.
it is very smart, but I'm just saying the person that I know.
No, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Get
I
him.
get it.
but
Run that prenup, bro.
a lot of women don't think
Get him. He got me hollering.
though, and they do end up, but.
So now that the chickens have come home to roost and there's no ring but a whole bunch of flowers, I'm not sure why Queen Naija is so sure that he's going to propose and marry her. See, people want to say that we can't force marriage upon people and not every woman wants to be married, but the women that do want to be married are sitting here suffering right in front of our eyes, and we still want to make excuses for it. There's no excuse. The excuse literally could be that you're just choosing the wrong people. You're giving permanent commitments to men through children, and you're not making your intentions known in the beginning and standing firm on them before you do anything else. That's the only issue I'm seeing with a lot of women. I want women to remember we run the world. And I'm not saying this because I'm a feminist. I'm not a feminist. I don't say this because I'm a woman and I'm going to support women and promote women. I'm saying that because the way how men get on this earth, as well as other women, but men get on this earth, is through women. We uphold the key to procreation. We uphold the key to reproduction. We uphold the key to all of that. So I feel like women need to have a little bit more standard of what they truly want when it comes to dealing with men. The men propose, yes. They ask for your hand in marriage, yes. They get down on one knee, yes. And we need them to make babies and start families, yes. But the highest honor you can give a man is your womb. And if you do that prematurely, the way he honors you and respects you changes. In some cases, it does increase. But in a lot of cases, it seems like it doesn't. I hope for
It's like I can get the baby up out of you without even having to do the ring. Why we gotta do the ring shit?
Queen's sake that they eventually get married. But I wouldn't be surprised if she eventually either leaves or, even worse, settles for what she can get out of Clarence because she's built the second half of her brand around Clarence. Her YouTube channel is Clarence and Queen, their family, their kids, their relationship. This is a business for her. And the crazy part is, she's the reason why he's as popular as he is. Not to say he didn't have a following before, but she definitely accelerated and increased his celebrity. And essentially entered the business with him doing YouTube and sponsorships and becoming internet personalities. But he then can't in turn give her the business relationship of a marriage to the point where she's sighing, accepting gifts that maybe aren't as meaningful to her, and having to wait around for a ring. I hope in the near future I can eat my words and he gives her a ring on Christmas or New Year's or something. But it's been a very long time coming, and a lot of these women really do need to revisit their standards, prioritize them, and stand on them.
Man, Man, I hope we can stop having this conversation about both of these women. Hopefully they get what they want, if that's what they want, to actually be married and get proposed to. Since they had the kids up out of wedlock for both women. So we just got to see how everything progressed from here. But again, Jhene is a soft spot. I just hope everything with her situation works out exactly how she wants. And I'm happy I'm going to see her on tour again for the Magic Tour, the Magic Hour Tour. I love it so much. Any other topics or videos y'all would like for me to watch, leave that down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.